Welcome to Off the WayPath, episode 3, with your truly Paul Abdul, CRO of WayPath, and our guest speakers, as usual, Matt Waldo, our CEO, and our Chief Strategy Officer, John Godwin. Welcome, fellas.
Thank
Today's
you.
topic, we are talking about Waterfall versus Agile. We get this, it comes up all the time, and Agile is all the rage, but some folks are still demanding of a nice flowing waterfall. And so we're seeing this hybrid evolving. I've heard people jokingly call it Wagile, Waterfall, Agafall, whatever you call it. It's getting tough to manage expectations of customers and when we're actually going to finish a project sometimes. And so I really wanted to start off the conversation today by saying, how does WayPath balance this need for agility and speed to outcomes when the requirements are not always solid or they're even vague? John, what do you think?
Yeah, so the first thing we've got to do in these situations is have a great relationship with the client and kind of understand what their priorities are and build upon their expectations. Neither approach is a panacea. Neither is going to solve all your problems, whatever those may be. But broadly speaking, if we have a client who's hyper focused on timeline and budget, maybe waterfall makes more sense, and we're going to have to spend some time up front nailing down those requirements and make the investment there. If our client's more focused on scope and features and innovating, maybe they're in competition with someone. Maybe they have a user base that's really hungry for new features and they want to invest in that. Agile make more sense. So it's really a conversation we need to have with the client to understand what's most important. Neither one is perfect. There's pros and cons with each. We like Agile a lot. It kind of fits kind of what we see most often with clients, and that they may not have those requirements up front. Requirements can be expensive to gather. Getting good requirements can be hard to get. Requires a lot of detailed work and a lot of focus from folks. So a lot of times it's not there. But we also understand that our clients need deadlines, and they don't have hey, just finish it whenever you want.
Right.
That doesn't really work either. So there's a reality there. But yeah, it's maintaining a great partnership with the client, I think, is key to figuring out that. Matt, looks like you have something.
Yeah, I think that's right, John. I also think it's our experience because we do a lot of these. I would say we're very focused on what we work on. We've seen the patterns over and over again, and I think those patterns help us kind of translate waterfall into agile in a lot of situations. I think it also allows us to be more flexible. We're not solving this problem for the first time. In many cases, it's been dozens and dozens of times. So we can add that pragmatic approach of what really needs to be, what's critically required within a given sprint, and what we can actually handle at a later date. And I think as we've evolved over the years, and Agile has become more of the, I would say, more of the trend of our clients, it's also made us adapt on how we set up our development efforts, how we organize, how we structure our projects. I think all for the good. As John, you alluded to, I haven't seen a perfect one yet where it's all waterfall or all agile. It seems like it's starting to become more and more of a hybrid. But again, I think our experience is actually one of the things that helps us, and I think we can, especially when this is a net new initiative for a client, which most of our projects are, it allows us to really focus and inform them and consult them where they need to be focused. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
it's going back to the priorities, understanding what's most important for the client. And I think also we as consultants try to understand that we're not here to change how an organization manages projects as a part of an implementation. So we've got to understand that we've got to fit in and understand the demands that you're going to have within your organization. So that's just a reality. And I think coming from the outside with that flexible mindset that Matt mentioned is key for us.
And there's actually, as I learn more about Agile, grew up in Waterfall, so to speak, and have learned more about Agile as it went along. I've been really happy to hear of some terms. As a volleyball player, I heard spike the other day, and I thought, gosh, what's the roots of that? And it has nothing to do with volleyball, but the point is spike is something that in the midst of a project and you still need to work on something, or you need to do a little research and think about how you're going to incorporate something into the overall project. It's a mini project within it, which I thought was kind of a neat thing the other day too. So I think we are in this hybrid space today where we're seeing also multi generations working together, where some folks are only agile, like grew up in agile, and some that only grew up in waterfall, and now they have to work together and figure these out and use common nomenclature to actually get things done. And sometimes having that person that can speak both languages and translate, that's important. In fact, we have a project on the go like that right now. So I think it's here to stay for now, and we're going to keep evolving. Well, thanks, guys, for your time today, and we will talk to you guys next time off the
Great.
WayPath. See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.